Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the market site in Times Square, New York City, we have Donato Tramuto. He's the CEO of Nasdaq-listed Tivity Health. We're going to take a look at senior loneliness and what that means to humanity, companies, and our country. Donato, it's great to have you back with us.
Oh, it's great to be
on
here.
Trade Talks. And before we get into seniors and loneliness, Tivity Health, you've really evolved into a lifestyle brand.
That is a great way to explain the organization. With our iconic brand, Silver Sneakers, for more than 27 years, we have provided physical fitness to the senior population. And now with the acquisition of Nutrisystem, weight management is a lifestyle issue, as is the physical fitness. And in order to really improve your weight management, it's calories in and calories out. Calories in is the food you take in, and calories out is how you exercise. So yes, we have positioned the company now as a lifestyle brand.
Right, and dieting is one thing, but really making that change to your life is what the key is. And part of that is working with a community. And that's what the partnership with Walmart is about.
You are absolutely correct. Listen, one of the things that I remember when my parents were alive, they would always ask themselves two questions at breakfast. What are we going to have for dinner, and what time are we going to Walmart? And that really resonated with me, is that you want to meet the senior population where they gather. And I have to applaud Walmart. They are getting into the holistic healthcare in a big way, and we're going to partner with them to offer our iconic classes at the Walmart Health Center. So I'm really excited. We started off with one in Dallas, Georgia. There's a second one that's going to be opening up in the next number of months. And I have a vision that could we have a Silver Sneakers class and community center at every Walmart retail health center.
That would be amazing. Now, senior loneliness, how does that occur?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Again, a lot of what I do in terms of my passion stems from experience. My mother and father died within a year from one another. My mother had never been ill, but she fell into this deep loneliness after my father died. And I have had a chance now to meet about 10,000 of our senior members. I could tell you, Silver Sneakers is not about seniors bench pressing 150 pounds. What I learned is that seniors are going to the Silver Sneakers fitness centers to make social connections. We have now about 20 to 25 million seniors that have categorized themselves as being alone. During the Christmas holiday, there was an ad on Craigslist from a senior. Basically, the ad read, "Grandmother available to cook a Christmas dinner. I just want to join a family." And that resonates with me, is that the new chronic condition of the 21st century is loneliness, and it's not just with the older population, it's with the younger population. And so we have a responsibility to bring this intergenerational connection together, and that's what Tivity Health is doing.
Because it does impact us and our humanity. I mean, you just mentioned the Craigslist thing, and it was getting a little bit misty in here. There's also an impact to companies and just our country and our culture overall.
To me, it's a human rights issue. Nobody should reach the age of 65 and live in poverty and be food insecure and not have a visit from someone or have a social connection. And so I am pleased the United Kingdom 2 years ago appointed a minister of loneliness. I'm not the only one taking on this charge, but I think as a CEO of a public company, I have the responsibility and a platform to address this issue, and that's what Tivity Health is doing.
And that's fantastic to hear, because when you talk about programs for seniors and so forth, that's a higher level when it comes to policy making and so forth. But each and every one of us has the ability to do our own outreach.
Absolutely. You know, what I have learned is that a number of months ago, I was a keynote speaker at a conference, and I asked, there was 500 people there, I asked, how many in this room have ever felt lonely? Only about 6 or 7 raised their hands, until I became vulnerable and said, listen, I'm CEO of a public company. I sit on 9 boards. I have a loving family, a loving partner. I have experienced loneliness. And then the hands went up. And so we have to make it comfortable for people to step forward. And so that was what my op-ed article was in USA Today. Ask the question, are you feeling lonely? And you'll be surprised how many people will answer it in a very affirmative manner.
All right, well, thank you for sharing your story and everything that you're doing. It's great to have you on Trade Talks.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.